Really? After all of that, that's how you end this? Are you fucking kidding me? After all that, after so much great stuff that you packed into this show, you decided to end it in the worst fucking way possible. Now, yes, I am aware that this is no longer the full final ending of the entire franchise, but it doesn't mean that this is still not fucking infuriating. Like, this show started out so good. First 4 seasons, love them. Even season 7 with all its problems, I still enjoy. And then season 5 was painfully mediocre. Season 6 was fucking terrible. And then season 7 gave a nice glimmer of hope that maybe, just maybe, it would end right. Now, despite all the great setup that season 7 did by the end of it, even with the ending being underwhelming and hollow, the final season itself is still fucking dog shit. And while it may not be the end of the entire franchise, it's still fucking awful. So, prepare yourself for one of the longest and angriest reviews that I have done, I think, since March. I think the last time I got this angry at anything, it was fucking Snow Shite. So, yeah, prepare yourself for one of my angriest and most negative reviews possibly ever. So, welcome back to Animation Station, welcome back to our Dexter Marathon, and welcome to the absolute sorry-ass, piss-poor, dog-shit excuse of a ending for the original Dexter series. That was Dexter Season 8. Originally dubbed the final season, but now it's just Season 8, because New Blood and Original Sin, and soon Resurrection exists. So, yep, since this is the last one of the original series, I got the DVD out. Not a fan of the packaging at all, but hey, it's the entire series of Dexter. All 8 seasons are in this one giant collection. And like I said before, I love this show. I really do. Like, even despite its dog shit ending, I still have great memories of Dexter. I still love those first 4 seasons. I can still watch those first 4 seasons anytime, anywhere, and have a great time watching. Again, even with Season 3's problems, I still enjoy it. But for some reason, the second half of the show decided to nosedive headfirst off of a fucking cliff, to the point where Season 8, its final season of its original series, literally fucking drowned itself. So, I don't know what else to say, so I'm just gonna take this and set it over here, because I'm not allowed to think happy memories right now. I need to be angry. So, here is my review of the original final season of Dexter, and why it is such a pile of fucking dog shit. Here we go. Oh, how I've been dreading this moment for a long time, and I'm just going to say right now, there's going to be absolutely zero mercy in this review whatsoever. Not only is this by far the worst season of Dexter, not only is this one of the worst things I've ever watched on television, period, but it's also in contention for one of the worst series finales of all time. Of all time. Think about that. Even with shows worse that have worse finales, this is still up there with the absolute worst. Yes, I'm more than well aware that it's no longer the ending of the entire franchise because of New Blood and the upcoming Resurrection. But it doesn't mean that it pisses me off any less. Seriously, I'm just going to say right now, fuck this season to the deepest, darkest pits of hell for eternal agony. Dexter Season 8, the final season of the original series, is even now complete and utter dog shit. Pretty much nothing in this season is remotely good at all, and it goes beyond just disappointment. This is pure anger and infuriation. I fucking despise this season and every single thing it represents. Sure, the first 4 episodes start off fine enough. The first 4 episodes of the season, they seem like they're setting up something decent. Not great, but decent. Going off of the ending of Season 7. And the actors are still trying their best. Like, I can still tell that the actors, they're really trying, especially Jennifer Carpenter, who still delivers a great performance despite the horrible material she's given to work with. But this has so many problems, missteps, and outright awful choices that it's practically like the Flying Dutchman's pirate ship. It's full of so many holes that it doesn't even have a structure anymore, and it's just sailing as a hollow, soulless shell of itself. Here's all the negatives. There's zero finality or stakes until the final episode. They repeat that same tired as hell, overdone template for the plot, again, in the worst ways possible. After Season 7 tried to do something different, and mostly did a good job with it, Season 8 just goes right back to the same tired Dexter shit that we've already been through 4 or 5 times over. Deborah Strong's storyline from Season 7 is completely thrown out the window in favor of the dumbest shit imaginable. Like, they set up such a great final arc for Deborah, but they completely piss it away in favor of the dumbest and laziest shit humanly fucking possible. Hannah McKay's return despite the good setup in Season 7. Again, more good setup that leads to nothing significant. Vogel is a very sorry-ass excuse for a final antagonist whose connection with Dex is so rushed and so underdeveloped that there's no impact felt at all. And her being like the ringleader of all this and being like Dexter's actual like surrogate serial killer mom, fucking stupid. All the many storylines this time are all terrible, every single one of them. The brain surgeon is a horrible villain, and it is infuriating to no end how this boring, bland block of wood is the one that causes Dex's life to crumble, leading to his demise, if you want to put it that way. Dexter continues to make stupid decisions that felt wildly out of character, especially when he can't figure out obvious clues that are right in front of his own fucking face. Dexter is not supposed to be that dumb. Oh, and let's not forget how he lets the killer go after having them on the table ready to kill them, just like he's killed 1,000 other bad serial killer people throughout this entire fucking show, and he lets him go. Which leads to Deborah's death. Seriously, what the actual fuck were they thinking? Deborah's death itself is unforgivably poorly executed as her final breaths are off-screen. Despite being the second most integral character in the entire fucking show, next to her foster surrogate brother Dexter, showing her ultimate end is so rushed that it is an outright insult to the character and everything that they stood for. I fucking hate how they killed Deborah off. Now, I'm not against them killing Deborah off as an idea. No, like Deborah being Dex's final victim out of his own sins, like that is not a bad idea. I'll give them that. It was a decent idea on paper. But in execution, it is fucking atrocious. That ending is horrible and satisfies absolutely nothing whatsoever because Showtime doesn't have the fucking balls to kill Dexter off. Instead, tacking on that final scene of him in self-isolation as some random fucking lumberjack to try and coax more content out of this, which is so last minute and very blatantly an executive decision by corporate boneheads who clearly had zero passion for what they actually created anymore. Dexter Season 8 is what happens when you lose any and all passion for what you're actually making and you just half-ass and rush every goddamn thing imaginable. Then you have all the little nagging frustrations on top of that, such as none of the Miami PD characters getting a satisfying ending. Like, none of them. None of them get a satisfying ending of any kind. The continuous, atrocious writing that makes every single character look as stupid as possible, especially, again, Dexter, who makes the worst decisions of the entire franchise in this one fucking season. Quinn is still a complete waste that does nothing. And finally, the embarrassing treadmill scene, an unnecessary time jump that, again, makes no goddamn sense. Like, I'm baffled. Like, how could they see all of this as actually okay? How could they not see this as a giant flaming fucking dumpster fire that needed a serious rewrite? Because by this point, it's obvious that Showtime didn't fucking care. They just wanted to end the original series and then tack on some half-assed, stupid, fake-out ending just to coax more seasons of Dexter out of us. Fuck you. Plain and simple. Fuck you, corporate. So, overall, while this may no longer be the ultimate ending of the entire franchise, it is still a steaming pile of unwatchable dumpster fire garbage that's even more infuriating after how decent Season 7 was on rewatch. And while it may not be the end of everything for this franchise, it is still an unforgivable trash fire to conclude the mostly really good original series, and even now is still just as aggravating and headache-inducing as it's always been. The fucking ending sucked when it first came out, and it still fucking sucks now regardless of New Blood and Resurrection now existing. I love this show, but Season 8, and Season 6 too for that matter, both of them are fucking dreadful, can both forever fuck off into the deepest, darkest pits of hell and rot in agony for all eternity. It is an absolute disgrace that nobody should ever subject themselves to again, because all it will do is cause severe, uncontrollable rage that would make even Dex himself revile in horror from what happens because of said uncontrolled rage. It is one of the worst seasons of television ever made. Avoid it at all costs. Fuck this season and every injustice it did to how great this show actually is. Seriously, fuck it to high hell. And that is why its final verdict is the series' first and hopefully only 0 out of 10. I warned you it would be a 0 when I reviewed Season 7, and I am not lying here either. This is a 0. It is by far the worst season of Dexter. It is an unwatchable pile of fucking dog shit, and everyone at corporate at Showtime should be fucking ashamed of themselves. It is a fucking disaster, even now, that only belongs at the bottom of the goddamn ocean. Burn in hell, you insufferable, unwatchable, tedious, insulting pile of rushed corporate dog shit. Okay. And with that, we are done with the original Dexter series. And I'm going to say overall, despite Season 8 and Season 6 both sucking ass, I would still call this a great show. Because, again, those first 4 seasons, damn near flawless. Like, I love all 4 of those first 4 seasons very much. And even with the problems of Season 5, I can still watch it without a problem. And like I said in my other review, Season 7 is surprisingly decent, despite Season 6 sucking ass. So, here's my recommendation to you. Watch Seasons 1 through 4, try 5, skip 6, watch like a recap or something of 6, make it easy on yourself. Watch 7, and then avoid Season 8 like the fucking plague. That's my recommendation to you. Okay. And with that, we have closed the book on the full, complete, original Dexter series. Thank you guys so much for watching all of these reviews. I know I got super angry in this one, but my fucking lord, did this season deserve it. But I still really love this show, and I would still very highly recommend it if you love crime shows or horror shows. It'll satisfy you in both ways. Yes, those first 4 seasons may have had their issues, but they were mostly still great, very well written, and incredibly entertaining. So, while the second half of this show is mostly a giant mess, that first half is so strong that I can still easily recommend this show if you haven't seen it yet. Because half of it is genuinely some of the best television I've ever watched. Plain and simple. Okay. All that's left now is New Blood and Original Sin. And two of these, and these final two, believe it or not, are actually going to be a first-time watch for me. Because after how absolutely fucking atrociously this season ended the original series, I did not want to touch this show for a long time. Even when it was originally announced to be getting another season, I'm just like, dude, fuck that, I don't care. Like, you fucked it up already, I have no interest. So, we'll see if I made the right call doing that decision when we take a look at my first time experience and feedback of Dexter Season 9, New Blood. As long as it's better than this fucking garbage, I will be nice to it. See you in the next review.
Deciding for what comes up ahead.